Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, and today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on July 22nd, 2025, just yesterday. This paper shows that base LLMs, when trained on their new dataset, can significantly outperform the official, more polished instruction-tuned versions of those same models. The paper is titled MegaScience, Pushing the Frontiers of Post-Training Datasets for Science Reasoning, and the implications for developing specialized AI scientists are really exciting. The authors achieved this by introducing two massive new datasets sourced from thousands of university-level scientific textbooks. Also, the authors shared their work on GitHub. You'll find the datasets and models, but the real gem is the complete data processing pipeline, from PDF digitalization and QA extraction, all the way to decontamination. They've also included scripts for fine-tuning and evaluation, so it's a very comprehensive resource. On Hugging Face, the 1.5, 3, and 8 billion parameter MegaScience models are all available, along with their training recipes for you to explore. Alright, so to see the impact of these new datasets, let's look at the first figure. On the left, we have a plot comparing performance against efficiency. The new MegaScience and TextbookReasoning datasets, up in the top left, deliver the highest performance with much shorter, more efficient answers. This is a big deal because longer responses, often from complex chain-of-thought reasoning, can be slow. Then, the bar chart on the right really drives the main point home. It compares base models, which are foundational LLMs, with their official instruction-tuned versions. In every case, the models fine-tuned on MegaScience, shown in blue, outperform their official counterparts. This clearly shows the power of this new, high-quality scientific data. So how did they create this powerful MegaScience dataset? This diagram gives us a great overview of the whole pipeline. On the left, they start with thousands of university-level textbooks. From these, they extract question and answer pairs to build their first new dataset, called TextbookReasoning. Then, they take this new TextbookReasoning dataset and combine it with carefully selected parts of other public scientific datasets. The final result of this mixing process is the MegaScience dataset, which is then evaluated, creating a nice feedback loop for improvement. Drilling down a bit, this diagram shows the meticulous process for creating that TextbookReasoning dataset. It all starts with the textbooks, which are digitized. Then they use a clever dual extraction method, a high standard pass for complex reasoning questions, and a low standard one to ensure they capture as much content as possible. After removing duplicates, an LLM refines the answers for clarity. Finally, and this is crucial, they perform LLM-based decontamination. This basically means they check for and remove any questions that might already appear in standard evaluation benchmarks, ensuring a fair test. Okay, so this table gives us the raw numbers behind that extraction process. It breaks down the QA extraction statistics by subject, from biology to physics. You can see the sheer scale here. They started with over 12,800 books. The most interesting part is seeing that dual extraction method in action. The high column shows the number of complex reasoning pairs they captured, while the low column shows the much larger number of pairs gathered for broad coverage. This table really highlights the massive, yet careful, data collection effort that underpins this whole project. Building on that, this next table shows how they assembled the final MegaScience dataset. They started with their new TextbookReasoning data and combined it with two other public datasets, Natural Reasoning and Nematron Science. The columns show the aggressive filtering process. First, deduplication removed identical questions. Then, LLM-based decontamination, the DC column, removed questions that might overlap with test benchmarks. Finally, data selection, or DS, cherry-picked the highest quality samples. You can see the total data was cut by nearly half, showing just how selective this process was. Alright, and this table really puts that curated dataset to the test. It shows the main results for scientific reasoning, comparing models trained on different datasets. All the models here are based on the QN 2.57b architecture. You can see columns for other public datasets, their new TextbookReasoning data, and finally, MegaScience on the far right. The numbers are scores on various benchmarks, from general science to chemistry and math. The key takeaway is right there at the bottom. The model trained on MegaScience achieves the highest average score, outperforming all others. So, to wrap things up, the research here really drives home a key point. For complex scientific reasoning, it's not just about data quantity, but about meticulous curation. By carefully creating the textbook reasoning and MegaScience datasets with a focus on decontamination and refinement, the authors enabled base LLMs to significantly outperform their official instruction-tuned counterparts. This work and the open sourcing of their datasets and models is a massive contribution to the field. That's all for this week's AI Research Roundup. Thanks for tuning in.